Hello, good morning. How's it going? Or good afternoon, good evening. And just wanted to actually bring something to your guys' attention. Um, it does look like a W, but a W can quickly turn into an app if we do come back. Now, as I have brought in the previous two videos attention, when we run from the top high, we kind of broke through a little bit, but then we're standing here, we have not broken through the trend. As in the past, we have came through the 50 EMA, but then we reversed. Here we did not, but then we came back and came through it, and then are reversing possibly again. So here's what I see right now. Bottom one, top one. Bottom two, top two. Now, what's going to happen? Is it going to come back through the top and try it again and break through this trend line and then continue up? Or are we going to come down to bottom three and try the bottom third time? So I would have patience until it proves, because look at that. We are coming down. Now, something else I want to actually bring in attention for those that are actually following me. This up run was done by market makers. Most likely a small mutual fund came in, pumped it up, then waited, came in, pumped it up again, pumped it more up, pumped it up again. So whoever is pumping this has funds, but at the same time, they're not heavily pumping this, trying to get in. But now look at the. You guys are not going to be able to see this on a 1 minute, unfortunately. Check out this 15-minute chart. From the time we started coming down, red solid candles. Someone came in, then they realized that we're coming down. They got out. More red candles, more red candle, one green candle, more red candles. So whoever this is, they're hoping that this is going to be going up. But again, I don't believe it. Look at how far we already came down. We already halfway, almost halfway down between the ups and downs. So I would have some patience, because if we break out, yes, then we're going to break out. It's going to be obviously to everybody. But so far, I don't see a breakout. All I'm seeing is a possible fake out. That's about all I can see. Now, uh, those of you that actually took the risk in getting in at the bottom, and you guys have got out. If not, then you have considered getting out before it actually dropped. At 8 o'clock, when we switched over the time, and we were at 8 o'clock, right at the bottom, right here. We got kind of like the market opening at New York at Japan. That was at 8 o'clock. Did rallied up a little. As I always say, when a market opens, it always first puts orders in from the night. That means you want to look at what what was happening with the market at a time when that market closed. Like example, Japan. What was happening during when Japan was closing? And while Japan was closing, we were still running up. So that means orders first going in are the ones that did not close when the market closed. They were not filled. So we'll have orders going up. Now, Some of those people that put in an order in overnight to open, they came in and said, "Hey, immediately, I want to close up the order." So they closed. Then we have right now, they're filling in orders that are coming in to close if they're trading on behalf of customers, as well as trading platforms and etc. that actually do shut down, shut their servers down, and then restart their servers up in the morning. So those are very common pumps that are happening because of overnight orders. So a lot of times you guys want to predict and take advantage of these kind of trades that are happening. Look back. So pretty much from Japan that just open right now at 8 o'clock in the New York time. That means around 3, 4 o'clock at night New York time. Check what the market's doing before it closes. So then when you come back to the 8 o'clock next day, you kind of have an idea of which direction crypto moving. And as long as your fees are small, exchange fees, you can actually take risk on these runs and actually take advantage of them because sometimes these runs, example, DGB had, I believe, 7 or 8% run, almost 10% run. Dent had, I think it was 5, 6%, I believe, was a run. ADA ran from, but see, ADA started running a little bit early, but just in this candle alone, ADA, I believe, ran 4 or 5%. Luna, I think Luna had 2 or 3% as well. So some of these coins had the run in this, but it is risky. I'll be straightforward and honest. But if you're a day trader and you're already comfortable with the risk, which if you're a day trader, you already grew that immune of comfort to the risk. These are actually one of the few trades that you should be studying is market opens. And market do opens at various different time. You have eight is I believe 4 o'clock is Sydney. Then you have 8 o'clock, which is I believe Japan. Between actually, geez, I have to go back. I have a list somewhere written down, but we're having 4 o'clock, which is Sydney. Then we have 7 o'clock. Then we have an 8 o'clock, which also 8 o'clock is a major chart reset. 9 o'clock. Then we have sometime 10 o'clock that actually likes to move. 12 o'clock New York time. 2 o'clock. 4 o'clock is European market. Then we have 6 o'clock. Jeez, I forgot which market actually 6 o'clock in the morning. Very highly active sometime as well. Then you have between 8 and 9:30 is the U.S. market. Depends who's launching at what time. So those are actually very common times to actually study. And if you have the immune to trade at those highly risk times for that, 2, 3, 4% earnings, could be a fantastical time to trade. So definitely, hey Eddie, how's it going? So yeah, definitely a great something great to study as well. So as you guys can see, most likely we are moving sideways. We are not so at this point breaking out. Come on. Oh, we're in the wrong chart. Where is BTC? as we as with the Bitcoin is struggling to come down, it's still being pushed up. We having a very high movements of both directions. People are cannot make up their mind where it's heading. Plus, we have manipulation, as I already showed to you guys. We have a big sell-off here by a market maker, then another buy with a market maker, as we showed you guys these buys here by market makers. So people are kind of panicking, and this is actually the best time to set it out until it stabilizes and shows us the direction where it's going, because it has not broken out outside of this trend line that we've been having from the time we started dropping all the way from the top. It's been hitting this trend line and we have not broken out. Even as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, some of you guys will not watch it. Go back to watch the beginning. So I'm repeating myself again. We did break through 50 EMA once, twice, and this is the third time we broke through 50 EMA. And every single time when we broke through, we turn around and continue down. So this small breakout means nothing based on what we did in the past. We have to go further up to actually prove that this is actually a breakout, and this turns out truly is an W, not an M. Because if we come down and we break through the bottom, first time attempt, second time, if we come down and try the third time and break through, this will be a continuation going further down. Again, we are in this small, tiny shoulder area here, so we might, play a little in this area up. So don't think that if we go all the way up to 45, 45.4, I guess, this still can be a reversal. So question is your fees cheap enough for you to take this risk? Or maybe it's best to set out until we do break through at least 45, 5, 46. If we do break out, then maybe we will actually go and hit for another run. But again, as we are working this area, watch some coins will take advantage of this Bitcoin slowly moving up to get rejected again. Some of these coins might actually take a ride up. Let's filter out again and see actually been doing who's been taking advantage of this Bitcoin run. Dent is taking advantage. He's almost at the top where he was the last time. DGB halfway there. Phil working its way up. Ada almost there. So some of these coins they might actually try to break through, or they're doing the double top, forming a complete M to let you know we're going down. So please have patience. If these coins do break out and go outside of their forming an M, then we have another rally. But until then, this could be a trap. So only trade if your fees are very small and you have the stomach to trade this risky trades at this time. But if we break through and Bitcoin continues slowly moving up or at least going sideways, then some of these coins might want to come up to those destinations they have not, like this one right here. DGB still has a target of 7.7 cents. Now, will it come up there? If this is a continuation to go up, yes. But if this is not a continuation and we are just bouncing up and down as we are working our way down with the Bitcoin, then most likely it will not come up to 7.7 cents. And there's a lot of coins that actually. Here's the bottom line, and I'll actually be straightforward, you guys. There is nowhere in the book says that any coin needs to come up to anywhere. Those are our theories. My theories, Tom theories, other guys' theories on YouTube that actually look at this a little bit differently than everybody else, just using the lines and etc. So it's just our theory that is supposed to come up based on the trend lines and the EMAs and everything else that we might be using. But end of the day, until crypto market becomes independent from Bitcoin, all the other coins become and they start running on its own. Whenever Bitcoin starts moving down, that is when it's the end. There's two things that actually moves the market. One thing is the market makers. They the one that move the market up and down during Bitcoin kind of runs up or runs down or going sideways. Number two, why some of these coins actually went up like crazy. Um, don't remember which one it was. Let me find it. No, Uni, I believe. Um, I know I mentioned it yesterday. Raven, maybe. No, Raven actually created this cub handle. So, yes, it is Raven. Almost made it to the top, 267%. So, what made Raven get to the top? Simply, all like what I'll say is this: there was not enough of limit sell orders, so market makers didn't watch it quite well to take a maximum advantage of the retail traders. So retail traders just pushed it up. Does that mean that the Raven might be in the next time when we drop and come back up, it might be a best performer? There is no guarantee, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna keep have one of those coins where I'm gonna put let's say 20% of my portfolio into it because I'll trade at least five, six, seven coins on the next time we're going up. So what that means now, market makers next time might actually watch it really well and never actually allow it to get off the ground higher than maybe 20, 30%. That is the real truth. When you put your two, I'll give you guys an example. When you put your two hands together and put it in front of your faucet, can you guarantee there will be not a one drop that will leak through your fingers or gaps? Same thing with market makers. They cannot watch every single day, so there is leaks. And Raven was one of the leaks during this run up. Some of the other coins that I don't have it on my list might have done the same thing. So very nice to actually find those coins and trade those coins. But most of all, we will have couple slippages that will try to actually come up and do this double top before we come down. But end of the day, if we are coming down on this run, and let's go back to the Bitcoin BTC. But if this is actually a calm down and we continue going down, then it might take a while before we actually come back up again. Now, I'm not putting any percentages. Are we going down? Are we going up? After the video, what if you have not seen it? Go back and watch it. After the video, I no longer will tell you guys we will be hitting 8,000. There is a possibility of 8,000, but I am no longer going to be telling you guys. I'll be looking for the best opportunities so we can max out our possibilities of return. But I am at the same time not going to tell you to get into a trade that has a 50-50 chance. Because if you guys wanted a 50-50 trade, literally anytime you decide to trade, just look at the market, which direction is going, and get in it. That's your 50-50 chance. But if you come in and listening to me, you suspecting a higher than 50-50 chance, right? So I'm going to try to do my best. Give you those higher than 50-50 chance. But until we break, and let's go back. Until we break through this trend and your fees are small, you can take that risk. Right now it's a 45, going to become a 55-45. And if we break through this area right here, that means right now you're in actually 75-25% chance. we are running up. But until then, right now it's actually 45 chance of we're going up, 55 chance of going down because we stuck in this area and we are bouncing in this area. And this might actually continue till 4 o'clock in the morning, New York time. I cannot guarantee you what's actually happening. One thing I know, until we break through this, it's a 45% up, 55% down. That's until it. When we break through this line, right now it becomes a 50-50. When we break through this, when you start coming up to this and we break through this, then right now you have a 75-25. I hope that made sense. Blessings to all. And I'll keep you guys updated as things change. I might actually try to take a nap here next half hour to an hour. Blessings to all.